if you look at this, once I click on that print this page, it prints this page, as you can see. And this is a printing feature that I created. I'm going to show you how you can get started with it. So to start with, we are going to create an HTML file and a JavaScript file. And once you've created them, make sure that they're in the same directory. As you can see, the HTML file is here and I have a JavaScript file. Once you've created them and put them in the same directory, we start with the button element, followed by the ID. The value will be print button. Then print this page. Let's put that down. Print this page, and then we close the button element. Now that ID, the print button, is what will reference to the JavaScript. That print button is very, very important. So once we save that, we go to our browser and there it is. We do not need to refresh because we're using the live server extension, so we don't need to manually refresh. And then we move over to our JavaScript because that is all for our HTML. Make sure that you link it. If you're using an external JavaScript file, you link it to the HTML file. As you can see, they are both in the same directory, and I saved the name of the JavaScript file as script.javascript. So we are going to get started with the document.getElementById, the DOM, document object manipulation. Now once we use this document.getElementById, remember the ID in the HTML that we see will reference to. That is what we're going to add in parentheses and in quotes, print button. Now to avoid any errors, I'm just going to copy this, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, to avoid making any mistakes. Then .onClick. This onClick event is what will trigger the function that I'm about to write. So onClick will be equal to function, followed by parentheses, then followed by curly braces, then Windows dot print, then parentheses, and finally the semicolon. So that onClick event is what is going to trigger that function to make it to print that page. So I'm going to save that. Now take note what happens. Windows.print. Once I save this and then go to our HTML and save it again, once we go to our browser, we click on that button and nothing happens. If we click on it again, nothing happens. We may be wondering what went wrong. We click on it, nothing happens. Let me show you what happened. Now, if you notice in our line of code, it's windows.print. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. It's not Windows, it's window. No S. So once you save that and click on that button, it works. So this shows that even the slightest error could make a code not to work. So this is how we can print a page using HTML and JavaScript. Make sure you write window, not Windows. So this is how we go about it. A printing feature has just been created using the HTML and JavaScript. Let me know in the comments how yours turns out.